I can just get out of it by playing a faster shot or whatever, so. Good, that's fine. Try to loop it a little bit. Good. Good, can you make it more loopy? Put it, like, make it land on the birds. I know it sounds hard, but like, you see that? Like, here, try that shot. Like, don't try to push it so much. Back up a little bit. Okay, loop that. Yeah, like do that again. It doesn't have to be that high. And you're not necessarily like, right? Like you might just be this. Like, I'm just getting that motion to happen. Good, there. That's big trouble. Like if I'm remotely far away and you're able to do that, I'm not getting that up here. Right? Like imagine you're back a step and I did this. You see how low you are? You're almost at like the bottom part of the tape, right? And so if I'm, like say you smash here and I do this, you get to it late anyways, right? So like sometimes when I do that block, it's out further, like you smash, you have me back here, right? Sometimes it's worth doing that shot, but you can't be like, don't throw the racket to it. You still gotta kind of hit it, right? Okay, that's it. That's not bad, just like a little softer. When would you not use that shot? Okay, when they're closer, or maybe they're really alert to it. Like, you have to be able to do something like that first to maybe set it up. I wouldn't start with this. I would do it like eventually. Maybe in a long rally, it's really good too, because you know they're more tired, right? That means they're gonna be slower. And so when you play something like this, like, yeah, the distance they have to run is so much more, they might not be able to get there to do that. So then they get it like here. And now you can just do this or whatever. Good, go. Nice, great shot. Good choice. Good, good, good. Ready, cut it off. Good, in. Okay, do it again. Don't run too far on this one. Don't run too far. You gotta like slow your feet down a little bit. Slow your feet. Good, go. Good. And if you're aggressive on that, it's unlikely I'm gonna be ready for that shot. So like the more aggressive I am here, the earlier you get it, the more awkward it is for me. But you don't have to move, you just have to get your arm. This you have to move. Right? That's different. This, you almost have to do nothing with your feet. Right? You just do a small and you're there. Good. So even there you moved a little too much. Just cut it off like a drive. Good. Like you literally don't have to move. And like moving somewhere. Good, in. Good. Nice, good follow-up. Okay, good try. That one is different, like that's hard to kind of control that. Just have to get that over. Nice, that'd be a good chance to do it. I block faster, it's out further, you can do that easier that way. You can also do it, if I do the same thing like this, you can also hit this tighter. Do the same first few shots, then I want to do this one, you'll see what I mean. You ready to come in? Like that one you can hit tighter again, because I'm initiating the tight shot, right? That's why sometimes the other one is effective, because when I do this kind of shot, I'm expecting you to hit tight. Like I hit it tight, I'm expecting you to get there to hit tight, right? Like you have to get there. Like this one, I'm expecting it to be out a little further here because I hit it further. And then all of a sudden you play it tight. That's why it's effective. Because I'm not expecting, like, that's not a natural shot. Get in. Nice, good shot. That one's probably fast enough, it's hard to cross. This one may be a little bit easier. Yeah, that's a good shot. No one's crossing that. Cross. Good, go. Nice. Nice, good follow-up on that. Good. Okay, be ready here. Ah. You ready? Good, that's it. Just be ready to go that way. You're fine. Very dangerous for me, right? Because I'm not in a position to defend it. So the more aggressive I am, sometimes on this one it's a little bit safer because I'm already here. But like when I do this one here, like this shot, now I'm really not in position. So like that's not one you have to worry about that much, but you do have to be like alert to it because if you can get it to happen, then you have a big opportunity, right? Good, that's it. And just try not to let it get too far behind you. Keep it in front of you a little bit. That's fine. Not that much in front of you. Depends on the height. Go. Good. Ready. Get in. Good. Good, nice shot. Put this at my body. On a forehand. Like you don't really have to pull it back that much more, but put it like here. And then be ready. It's more likely to go back that way if I'm hitting a backhand especially. So if you're able to get enough angle on this one, I'm more likely to be backhand defending it. And then it's probably going to come right back that way. Like it's not likely I do that. It's too fast for that. You're hitting hard enough that's not going to happen. Maybe here, like this kind of shot, it might go back straight too. That's less likely to go cross. There's nothing wrong with the wide one. The wide one will work every time. But if like sometimes if it's a frequency thing again. Like if I do this, hit straight every time. Because it's so fast that it's not going to matter, right? But like this one may be a little bit different. Right, that one's like a little more time. I might be able to get here, and then I might be able to do that shot. So then now, like if I'm waiting here like this, where do you want to put it? So this one would be the logical one, but what else? Right, like make me, like if I'm ready like this, put it at my body, because now it's awkward to hit a backhand forehand, right? Like if I was to tell you I was going to hit there, and then I do this. See, like it's so much slower getting from this to this kind of thing. So if you're waiting for this one, I'm dead. But if you're waiting for that one and I hit it here, it's a little harder to aim it. You're just trying to survive, right? But that's going to be based on the timing again. Like maybe when I do, like say this shot, and then I do this, I want that. Like I want that to go here so I can do that shot. Or like what Vittinghus was saying, like when you smash cross, I go straight, right? But that's easier from like here because it's already straight. It's a straight line, right? But like this one, or this one's a little bit harder to do that like angle. Like I run out of real estate eventually, right? So like when you go here, go middle. Good. Now you see I'm like, I even tried to do this, right? Because I'm waiting here for this one, and now it comes at my body. That's very common. I would use this one first though, like set that up again. Like especially on this one. Like that one's so fast, it doesn't matter. You're probably going to be able to do this, that, and then follow it in. Like, bam, hit this shot, in. Yeah, and then just don't run too close. Run to make your shoulder comfortable, and so you get that release. Good, sorry, I didn't have another bird. Good, that's fine. Nice shot. Ready here. Good, that's even better. Ready. Nice, in. There we go, that's perfect. Now you got both covered, right? Good. Nice, and then if I do this, so like say you're doing what you're doing right now, it's very good, right? And like, I'm not really getting an advantage. Every time I try to do that, I'm hurting, like I'm hurting myself, right? So then what are my two options? Yep, I can move back to the net and just don't lift. Like I just don't lift anything. And then you just close down the space. That happens a lot, like for international games, because people are so fast cutting things off, like what you're doing there, that was really good. They do that all the time, right? So for them, it's like, that's very easy because they practice it all the time. But, so you'll see a lot of this kind of stuff, where there's like a lot of a lot of back and forth kind of thing, right? You see a lot of those rallies, but that's why, because they don't want to do that kind of shot, because that person's probably covering it, right? What else? What's my only other option? So that's what I mean, like something to the net, right? So like they re-block or they go back to the net instead of lifting, instead of trying to push like that, the ones that you're having right now, right? What's the only other option? So you have like this option that you just called out. You have that one you're covering. What else? Yeah, and that's what you want. So by you cutting these off, you're actually forcing them to go higher, right? And so like for someone like me, when you're playing me, I do that a lot because I don't want you to be in control of the rally. Like you say you serve to me, like I will try to do like this kind of shot, right? To try to put the bird back there quickly, so you're a little bit off balance, maybe you have a weaker shot, and then I can move the bird around, and I make you run, I get control, right? But if you're able to cut those off, I don't get that same control, and now it's like anybody's game kind of thing, whoever can run and get the bird back and play better shots, but there's no like, there's no like one shot that I'm really like hurting you on. So this serve receive is very similar. You want to make sure you still cover as best you can, but like don't go crazy with your feet. Like sometimes you're too excited with your feet and then you get kind of stuck, right? Like you get crossed up or whatever. You have to be able to judge the bird. Like when you were doing these ones and I made it more random, you were actually better because you didn't know where it was going, so you kind of just relaxed and then changed direction, right? That's what it should feel like. Good, yeah, cool. Good. And then once you see where it's going, then you can go however fast you need to. Go. Good, in. Nice, great shot. Good, that was a tough one. You might even hit a backhand on that one. That's really tough. Good, go. Good. Good. How could you avoid this situation? So right now we're kind of working through the problem, and then we're like, you have the problem, and then you kind of fix, like you fix the problem, but how do you avoid the problem? So you could lift, but then that might cause other problems. So you could hit to the middle, or you could always change the speed of the first one too. Like right now you're hitting the first one relatively quick. It's like you're doing this. And so you're giving me, or in this case I'm giving you the opportunity to do that shot. Right? Could be here, it could be there, whatever it is, right? But if I play like this shot, you don't have that opportunity. Now you have to go higher. Right? And so you could hit this shot softer and just avoid this problem completely. Then you cover like the front, you're in a different game, right? Sometimes like I can be deceptive here or whatever, and I can make you late enough that you can't jump to it. Like you have to do that kind of thing. So then sometimes it's worthwhile putting it here or putting it softer to make it so I can't do that kind of thing. Or take the opposite approach. Don't play it slow and don't play it medium, play it faster so I can't be deceptive. Like instead of playing this shot, which you're kind of playing right now, and instead of playing this shot, which I like to play this shot. Or you're not going to be deceptive on that, right? Like, I know it sounds stupid, but like, play this. Now it's more likely to come back, like wherever it is, it's going to go there, like you're going to hit there. It could go fast, it could go slow, but like, you're going to just hit it, I'm going to get to you, right? So sometimes it's worthwhile to play that like faster too. That'll avoid that problem. Good. Hey, good change there. I can see you adjust. Ready. Good, go. Good. Nice shot. Sorry, I had to duck. Good, cool. Good, that was fine. Even there, you might have mishit it, but at least you got it down. Would you be expecting a cross then? Probably. You'd probably be expecting a cross or like a block. Maybe a straight lift. But like, think of it like perspective-wise. If you mishit that, it's more in front of me. So I'm more likely to play, like this is natural. Like say you play this and you miss it, it's like here. It's more natural. Like if I did this, say you're there and your feet are glued to the ground and then this happens. Like you see, you're naturally going to want to do that. It's just in front of you. It's hard to hit this straight. It's more natural to do it. Like I can reach a little further by hitting cross. So sometimes then if you miss hit that one or you hit like that shot here, even that, you know that reverse you do? That's a good shot too. Then a lot of people, if they're really late, they will try to cross. You do that against me all the time. And then I come here and I do this kind of thing, right? And then all you have to do is get there early enough and I'm in trouble, right? Okay, let's try the other side. Avoid this situation by hitting softer or hitting faster. But if you're in this situation, then you got to be able to survive. Good, go. Good, in. Good. Okay, try to relax. You can shift a little bit too. I think part of those are not the issue of it's getting too far. It's an issue of you can't hit it here. So you're trying to let it get further so you can hit it. But then by the time it gets there, you can't hit it anyways. Like this way you can't hit this way, but this way you can't hit because it's too far that way, right? So, but if you were like here, you could hit it here. Like you could do that kind of thing, right? In terms of like your turn, you don't want to let the bird get behind your shoulder. So like if you're, this is the same logic a little bit, just explain it a little bit different. But like if I'm here, and then I'm like this, essentially if I draw a straight line across my chest, like this, right? Everything on that side of me is behind me, and everything on this side of me is in front of me. So say you block this, and it's out further, and you're like this, all I have to do is get the bird here, and now it's behind you. Right? That's not very far. Like the time it takes to get from there to here is much faster than you're going to turn. Right? So if you were going to be like this, try to play that shot slower on the first one, because then now that shot doesn't exist. The only way to get it behind you now is to play it high enough. Right? But if you played it like the shot you're playing right now, like this one, try to be a little more square, because now you can see the space difference here. Like when I go here to when I go to like here, there's like this whole triangle here that's no longer behind me. Like this whole area is behind me before, but me turning a little bit more, this area here is now behind me, but this area is not anymore, right? So that means the bird stays in front of me for longer, which is likely like you can usually get to here faster, and then the bird will be in front of you still, right? Versus if it's already behind you, you're now just trying to survive to get back there, which is why you take a lot of steps. So that one feels awkward. So because you're playing this one a little bit faster, like here, and then you're like here, that'll cause a lot of issues, right? But if you're playing it faster and you do this, and you're like here, now not only can you get this one, you can still get the backhand because you're already over enough anyways that you don't need to really turn like this anyways. So by being turned like this, it doesn't really help you anyways, because the bird's it's not way wide, right? If you were here, maybe that would work, because now you can maybe hit backhands, and this one may be a little bit easier because it's now like in front of you versus like this is beside me a little bit. But if you hit faster, try to be more like this, and now from here to here, you can stay behind it. Like imagine you're here, you just played the bird to like that spot. How would you stand? Yeah, I'd probably shift a little bit because you don't want that to happen. Like if you're over that way too much, then you do have to turn to get this one because you can't reach this, right? You have to turn a lot to get that shot. But if you're over a little bit, like even if you're over this way a little bit, you can easily get that without turning very much. You just turn a little bit and you're fine, right? But also like this bird is not behind you. If you were up or you're turned like put your right foot forward, now this bird is behind you, right? Like it's behind you currently right now. So then you just don't want to be caught like that. If you're playing it faster, then just be a little more square. What if you play like, think of it like this. If you played it up here, how would you be standing?